This video will review the proper testing procedure for compressive strength of epoxy grout as per ASTM C579. Before any job site installation, all parties involved should meet and review the selected MAPEI product's Technical Data Sheet or TDS. Select the proper standard for the compressive strength procedure. This information is usually stated on the technical data sheet under Product Performance Properties. Make sure to reference the latest version available on MAPEI's website. Follow the selected product's mixing instructions for selection of the appropriate mixer and tools. Use the recommended PPE when mixing and installing MAPEI's grouts and repair material. Measure and take note of the temperature of the substrate, bags of product, ambient environment, and the steel base plate, as well as the mixed product before pouring it into the mold. Epoxy grout should always be conditioned at 23 degrees Celsius before installation. Lower temperatures will negatively impact the compressive strength results as well as fluidity. Inspect the equipment and mixer to make sure they are completely dry and clean of any contaminants. Any water contamination will negatively affect the curing reaction of the epoxy grout. Follow the mixing instructions from the product's technical data sheet and refer to MAPEI's Planigrout 350 and Planigrout 310 installation guide. Epoxy grout should always be mixed in full kits, using all 4 bags of Part C. If a higher fluidity is required, a batch can be mixed with only 3 bags of Part C. However, less aggregate will negatively affect the grout's mechanical properties. Refer to MAPEI's Technical Services Department for more information. When mixing Part A and Part B, mix at slow speed with a paint mixer, so as to limit introducing air in the resin. Excess air bubbles trapped in the resin can lower the compressive strength of the grout. The mixed resin is then added to a high shear mixer, and the Part C bags are gradually added to the mix. Mix until the aggregates are fully covered in resin. For sample fabrication, only metal molds are acceptable as shown here. Plastic molds are not accepted as they will become deformed due to the exothermic reaction of the epoxy grout. If the sides of the cubes aren't parallel, it could cause a shear failure instead of a compressive failure. Fill half the mold and remove any trapped air with a tamping rod, and then fill the other half. The specimen needs to be tamped carefully, especially at the corner to remove any trapped air. The mold should be slightly overfilled, with the excess then scraped off. They should be stored on-site in a controlled environment, such as a cooler. Leave on-site and do not disturb for the first 24 hours. Leave the samples to air cure. After 24 hours, the samples can be moved to the laboratory for compressive strength testing. Inspect the sample after removing it from the mold, checking for any sign of contamination or damage. Take a photo of the sample and take measurements, including its weight. Do not wet cure epoxy grouts. They should always be air cured, as any exposure to water will lower the compressive strength results. Set the press at the correct loading rate stated by ASTM C579 at 6,000 psi per minute or 41 megapascals per minute. Then place the sample on its side in the press. The cubes shouldn't have a brittle failure, but should develop some cracking after failure. Take photos of the sample.